Test my mic. Okay. All right, we'll start the Historic Commission meeting for Monday, September 19th. Is there anybody on the live stream? Don't know. All right, just if there's anybody listening, any comments aren't, just a reminder, they're not part of public record, so we won't respond to them here in the meeting. And reminder for everybody to just turn on their mics when they need to. So we will get started. Item number one, last time we didn't approve minutes, so item number one on the agenda is the approval of the minutes from June 20th and August 15th. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Or a second?
Seconded.
All right, thank you. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, motion passes. Approval of both minutes. All right, item number two, the item on the agenda for tonight, 523 Woodward. All right, if you want to come up at the table here, that's fine. And I guess you can have a seat. And if you want to introduce
He needs a
yourself.
microphone, so he has to go to the,
Oh, there's no mic down there?
no,
So he needs to
you
stand
have to be at a microphone.
Okay. And you have to, there'll be a button there.
Sorry
Yeah,
about that.
yeah.
And I am controlling his slides.
You got
so
his
if
slide.
you want to see site, I have the drawing up here if you
You
want to
have
see
it,
site
okay.
photos or something.
Suzanne, do you want to give us a
Yeah.
synopsis of your review first?
The proposal is construction of a two-story frame addition to the rear of a brick row house. I was noting that there was a rear L that either collapsed or was demolished by a previous owner, not the current applicant. And I showed Google views from 2011 where it was still in place. My review is that the addition will replace lost space and is appropriately located on a rear elevation, but the addition is only slightly smaller than the house's main front block. And it's also, the addition is more square than a traditional rectangular wing, with no significant jog or setback from the gable end wall. It does not read as a subordinate rear wing in height or width, but rather as a doubling of the building size. But I noticed that it is differentiated as modern construction and is appropriately located on a rear elevation and will not impact the house's historic gable end wall or the historic front portion. But I suggest that the roof line of the new addition should be placed below the eaves at the rear wall to remain subordinate to the historic brick portion of the house. And this review references standards number 2 and 9 and the design standards.
All right, thank you. If you want to introduce yourself and then just explain a little bit about what you want to do and what you're presenting tonight.
Right. Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Can you hear? Okay.
Yep. Great.
Well, my whole idea since day one was try to bring it back to the way it was. Now, before me, someone did a foundation. And because the foundation was the same size that you can see there, it's like 18 by 20. What I decided was, me and the engineer, was to try to leave it the way it was, so we didn't have to do any other changes. And that's what we came up with.
So there was something there before that was demolished,
Correct.
and then somebody poured a new foundation?
Correct. And there was.
And then just left it?
Yes.
Okay, and
the
that's
way
where you come in? Okay.
Correct. That's why I found it. The old building was still in there, but they did whatever they did outside the
Okay.
old portion.
Okay, so you don't really have the option of reducing the footprint of the building.
I would say I could. It's not. I don't think it's impossible.
Okay,
It's just that they did pour the foundation all over, around, and against the building, building in the next, on the building on the side.
yeah, okay.
Is the new foundation, the one that's there, it's just slab on grade, there's no basement?
I
There's
think
no
there-
basement. It's,
Well,
well,
but
it's,
in the
it's,
plans, there
it's
was
a
a
little,
basement.
There's a basement in the front,
there's a basement in the front,
Okay.
but
Correct.
not on the slab?
not on the slab.
Okay.
On the part, it's around, I would say 3 to 4 feet deep.
Like a
Like
cross.
crawl
Correct,
space,
yeah, correct, like a
I
closed
thought
space.
there was a basement.
Yeah, there's a basement in the plans.
In the front here, that's,
Well, but
oh, I'm backwards maybe.
that's the first floor.
Yeah.
So it's just a crawl space.
Correct.
Okay.
At this point, yes.
Okay. Another question, your plans don't show the layout of the existing house. Was the existing staircase removed?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So your only way upstairs is the new stair that you're
Correct.
building? Okay.
Yes.
So that kind of precludes narrowing down the footprint of the addition.
So I think you were just talking about one of the questions I had is, was there a permit previously? Has there been a permit recently at all? Building permit?
Yeah, there was a permit pulled a couple of years ago. The guy went past his scope of the permit.
Okay.
And got into some issues that way. But the foundation that he installed there, the concrete foundation, if I recall correctly, I mean, that's really bad. It was bad work. I mean, it's bowed out, and Providence Engineering actually indicated that it's inadequate.
Correct.
So,
Yes.
yeah, so
Yes.
the foundation that was done, it's got to come out anyways.
Oh, so,
Yes, it's completely out of shape. It's really, really,
Yeah.
really,
okay, so you're going to redo the foundation
Yes.
anyway?
Right.
Okay,
Yes.
so that's good to know.
it's a must.
And no current permits have been pulled? This is one of your
No,
first
I have-
steps? You don't,
Yes, this is
and you don't have zoning approval either?
not yet. No,
Okay.
we're still
It
working.
has gone through the permitting process.
Yeah,
and it's
he
now
has.
been going through, the drawings have been approved by building codes.
Got it.
It's now going through sign-off.
All the sign-offs,
Yes.
okay.
Okay. Well, I think the only issue that Suzanne's review brought up was the width of the new addition. And
And its relationship to the eaves as well,
yeah, I
the
mean,
height.
to me, that's a minor issue. I think, I don't have a problem with the footprint of the addition. I don't know. That's a tricky one because it's a very low pitched roof. If you actually bring the eave down below the existing eave, then you're going to end up with some tricky flashing.
Yes, yes.
If you can match the eave height, it's going to be a whole lot easier to make that valley
Yes, definitely.
waterproof.
Definitely.
So if you're trying to like tuck the eave in underneath, which may be like a corbelled brick cornice or something.
Perfect, yes.
Yeah, that's going to be really tricky to flash.
Yeah, we were talking about, me and the engineer, we were trying to see if we maybe go flat with the roof, like the way it was. He said there was not a problem. Like, it
Or
would
just
be
very
it
minimal
would-
pitch to,
Correct. It would
to
be
shed
very
the
ideal.
water. I think code requires a 1/4 inch per foot.
Mhm. Speaking of the engineer, you're saying there's a pending building permit. Is that based on Providence, just solely on Providence's drawings that we have here?
Yeah, these drawings have been approved by
Okay.
the building code department, and from our end, he's all good to go.
Okay.
However, he needs to, naturally satisfy the historic.
Because from what was submitted, it's, there's no, like, typical floor plans or exterior elevations to see what, I know there's a mock-up rendering or what have you there. The couple that were in here. Yeah, like that. Or the one on the side. That's what I was seeing, if there was other drawings or not.
It looks like there was an attempt to kind of match the size and proportion of the existing windows.
Mhm.
So I think that's good.
And this is, I mean, it's the rear. It is seen from the street. But, if there was another couple houses there, in that dirt area,
Yes.
you wouldn't see it at all.
And I would imagine sometime in the future that will be infilled.
Right.
There have been some new houses built in that neighborhood,
Right.
so. Yeah, I don't really have any issues with the applicant or with the application as submitted.
Anybody have any other concerns or questions?
I'll note that in my work, I've seen this kind of addition a good bit. I mean, it's not common, but it's been around.
Yeah.
Most of them are older, but
And to put something back in a similar location makes sense. Okay. Well, if there's no other concerns or would somebody like to make a motion on this application? One of the Johns is getting ready to. Okay.
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the city council approve a certificate of appropriateness for the proposed new construction at 523 Woodward Street to construct a two-story frame addition to the rear of the brick row per the submitted plans and the building materials. This work meets the Secretary of Interior Standards numbers 2 and 9 and the design standards.
Okay, thank you. And is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, motion passes.
Thank you, guys.
Okay.
All right,
Very
thanks. Good luck on it, on the
Thanks.
project.
Mr. Jimenez, they are a recommending body only, so their recommendation goes to City Council, September 27th, which is next Tuesday. You do not have to be at that meeting, but I will email you the motion language and the dates, okay? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, we have a couple other things. Other business, do you have anything to say as a public? Okay, I have to say, I have the one person here. Two items. Suzanne, do you have, you're good, thank you. Suzanne, do you want to,
I was asked to remind the group that as part of the city's comprehensive plan, there's a summit being held on September 28th, which is next Wednesday. There are sessions throughout the day, starting at 9 o'clock, and there is one in the evening from 6 to 7:30 for people who work. There's a variety of topics. If you didn't receive the outline or the registration form, I can email it to you. So there's two
Okay.
choices for historic preservation, which is, and there's
I-
one for urban design, a couple for urban design. Historic preservation is grouped with arts, culture, and historic preservation.
Yeah, I think
Design, but you can attend
I
anywhere
think I
you want.
filled out the survey for the time.
Oh, okay.
But I
Now you have to register.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So
'Cause I didn't
I'll
get it.
email it to.
Okay, because I didn't get a response back from my survey,
Okay.
so.
and then Danielle, you sent an email around to everybody about a different event.
Yes, the Preservation Trust is doing a preservation summit next Friday the 30th.
Friday the 30th.
And you can come in and out, but we have two different sessions, one for the municipal audience and then one for more like historical societies in the evening. But everybody's welcome to come to whichever is interesting. But I think the entire, schedule got posted today.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
And Donovan Ripka from Place Economics is gonna do the keynote.
That's good. Okay, great. Anything else? All right. Unless there's any objection, we will adjourn. All right.